Guys, it finally happened. We got the motherfucking blue dick!
I know, right?
It was glorious.
Corey, too bad you're not here.
Yeah.
You missed out.
Honestly, we had to pick Eric up off of the floor just to be able to film this. And we also had to pause the episode at the time because he could not stop laughing.
None of us could stop laughing.
Mostly because you kept laughing and then we kind of like got carried away.
We were laughing and enjoying it, but like, you actually nearly fell on the floor.
Yeah.
I know. I kept going like this, laughing.
And it almost looked like you were laughing so hard, like tears were about to start coming out.
I felt them coming. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god,
That was so funny.
It was glorious.
Honestly, that's
I'm not
just
laughing
like,
because I wanted it. I'm just laughing that it happened. What?
nothing.
Let's be real here.
We're thinking the same thing, Beauty. You saw what I mouthed, didn't you? Yeah. But back to the blue dick, because we ain't dropping that. This video is just gonna be us
This video's
laughing.
gonna get flagged. This video's gonna get flagged. I'm just saying.
I might not even really edit much of this video because of the laughter. Alright,
Well, let's get serious now.
I legitimately can't because, and quite honestly, and I think you guys will agree, that scene overshadowed everything else in the episode.
It really did.
It was magical.
Oh my god.
Look, he's literally crying almost. I have a whole bunch of notes written. And I kind of just want to throw them away. You know what? Fuck it. Boys, you guys start off. You give your opinions on the episode. Sauce, go ahead.
It's a lot more fast-paced than the pilot.
Yeah, really.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, the beginning for me was still kind of slow burn.
Yeah.
But it was a different kind of slow.
Yeah, especially when, like, they first, get him down from the tree. But after that, it started to pick up more.
Yeah.
In terms for me at least, I'm still confused, but it's a very different type of confused from last week's.
Yeah, I guess it's not really a spoiler, I guess, because they apparently revealed it at the press release. I looked up who Jeremy Irons' character was. I'm going to butcher the name, Ozymandias or something. He's one of the original Watchmen.
Makes so much sense.
And specifically, he's the guy that's the scientist.
I thought Dr. Manhattan was the scientist.
He's the engineer, I say should better put it.
Based on the play...
Do you mean like the Batman-looking dude?
No, that's Night Owl or something. I don't know how to describe him, but apparently he's sort of the engineer. Like,
I don't know Watchmen well enough to understand.
Neither did I, and honestly, that was kind of a spoiler.
The point being, he can make things.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense considering all the different Phillipses and all the different Janies.
Yeah.
The way that it plays off for me with that scene is that the reason he had the play is that it kind of seems like it's based on him loosely.
That's kind of why, honestly, I have a note here that says, what if Jeremy Irons is
Dr. Manhattan?
Yeah.
I don't think he is, but I think he's responsible for it.
Well, not with that new info, though.
Yeah, that kind of ruins it. That was kind of a spoiler. Gee, thanks, Sauce.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll get that fully confirmed in the next couple episodes.
But,
although it does seem he was very fond of Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
The frickin' blue
We
dick.
keep going back to it.
We'll move from one Watchman to someone who I still think is a fucking Watchman.
The old man?
Will. I still, I think he's lying. I think he is actually Dr. Manhattan.
It would make sense.
Or at least, I don't know the Watchmen enough to know who else is there. He's definitely not Rorschach, obviously.
Yeah.
And clearly he's not this, whatever Jeremy Irons' character's name is. But there's just too much mystery around him that clearly maybe he did take up the deal. Well, actually, no. Maybe he did do what the Germans offered and went to the Germans. Yeah. And maybe that's who picked him up. But even that doesn't feel right. Mm-hmm. He's definitely somebody. He's He's somebody. He's got friends in high places who literally, at the end of the episode, dropped a gigantic fucking magnet on Angela's car and flew him away in the car.
And if that wasn't enough, the museum said their grandfather and granddaughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just like, please. You're because of blue dick.
Fair enough.
So and that, frankly, the whole Will storyline is what I'm confused about, but it is a good confusion.
Yeah.
Because it's like, last week, I was confused because I had no idea, like, I was just straight up confused. This week, I'm confused in the sense of that we're getting breadcrumbs now, so we just have a lot of questions. So it's like that kind of confused, which is definitely where they want us to be, frankly.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, where'd it go?
I'm not saying anything just because I feel like it'll just go back to the blue dick.
By saying that, now we're going back to the blue dick.
Absolutely.
I mean, we can talk about what fruit that is that Jeremy Irons pulled
Yes,
from the tree.
let's talk about that. What the fuck was that? But also knowing that he just creates things.
That's
Maybe
also
that's
that.
just some
Maybe it is a
random
tomato, but it's from a
fucking-
tree because he genetically altered it.
Yeah. I was gonna say a lot under normal.
Because it looks like a tomato. I don't know what else you would think it is.
And it was also very juicy, like a tomato.
Exactly. Like, it's not an apple because I can just tell by the firmness of it.
Yeah. Also, the fact that, like, even hearing what Uni just said, everything that I said last week, and if you haven't watched, well, you shouldn't be watching this. You should be watching that. Frankly, makes sense because, like, you guys were talking about how there must be no computers because he uses a typewriter, and I was like, that doesn't feel like the case here with him. It just kind of feels like he's choosing to live this, like, old time, like, his like.
He freaking clones, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Or at the very least makes androids.
That's also possible. Yeah. It seems more like clones.
Clones,
though.
yeah.
Especially with the way they burn.
Yeah.
That was. Oof.
The way he did it so callously.
I felt like something was going to happen where it was either going to be real torture or real death.
Yeah.
But
Truthfully, the fact that the other people were wearing the masks makes sense now.
speaking of being a show, the opening titles.
Yeah.
Like how
Yes, that was fucking awesome. Eric, you're our guru with that shit, so I'll let you take this.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting the way I did it. Usually it's like on HBO shows or even just modern like streaming and big shows, like you'll have dedicated MoGraph of like different images to symbolize the show.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was different because it's simple text of Watchmen, but it's typed up.
Yeah.
Which was actually the
Which
opening
it was added into the scene.
Yeah.
And not only did we do that for the actual, name of the show, but later they did that with the motion tracked
like AR in a way.
Yeah, it was like the name of the episode just tracked onto the tree in the one shot.
Which was awesome.
Like, I feel like
Truly awesome.
most people don't do that.
No, they don't.
It's
do
so
that.
simplistic but stylistic.
Yeah.
I see. I don't think it is.
It's almost like a new issue of
simplistic.
a comic if you think about that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
I feel like sure it's kind of simplistic,
Yeah.
but it's hard to do right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to do, but it's really easy for it to not look good.
Yeah.
Like what we saw today.
Yeah.
Going on the visuals, Eric, how'd you feel about the goggles?
Oh, yeah, the goggles were freaking cool. Because usually with, like, the hologram kind of things, when you're doing x-rays looking for stuff in closets,
Yeah.
it's more of, like, you see the image, and then there's, like, a blue sheenish, like, fuzzy image.
Yeah.
In this case, it was literally, like, lined up, and it looked all kind of CG rendered.
Yeah, and it was all different colors, too.
It was mostly yellow, which was a nice change of pace.
Yeah. So
I like that, personally.
You also said something with the red goggles as well, how they're also usually blue.
yeah, what do you guys I'll let you guys take the floor if you want. Anything you guys want to bring up?
Even though I only got this info after I looked it up, I'd still like a definitive answer as to where this time period is.
Okay.
Because
I agree.
even with the knowledge of what I said about Jeremy Irons being a former Watchman, it's only one guy. And even what we know about Dr. Manhattan, that makes it 2 out of like 7. So where's the other 5?
Yeah, because Will could be a former Watchman, but never told anyone.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Because that's part of predictions. Eric, anything you want to add?
I'm glad this feels more like what I was expecting of Watchmen. The last one felt more like a very political satire.
Western, too.
Yeah.
But this one had more elements. Like, granted, there was actual visuals of Dr. Manhattan in the last one. Like, of him on
What
Mars.
do you mean, Eric? We saw Blue Dick today.
I was going to say.
Brother. But,
I had to.
But this time, even though you still have that political satire, it felt more like what I was expecting.
Okay.
You know what? Let's go right to predictions. Who do you think actually took Will? Who do you think these friends in high places are?
Kind of want to say it's someone related to Jeremy Irons' character.
I'm going to look up the name for him.
Because I feel like the tech is there. To an extent.
Yeah.
And, like, so far, there hasn't been any correlation between his side of the story and their side of the story.
Yeah.
So I feel like they gotta mix and mingle somewhere. I feel like this is what that's gonna be.
Like sometime before like an actual
Like
full mingle in like episode 8 or something.
Yeah.
But kind of like dropping the breadcrumbs now sort of deal.
Yeah.
Uni, what about you?
Well, given what we just learned about Jeremy Irons' character, I want to say the Night Owl.
So the Batman type dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Or
You mean that's who took Will?
Yeah. Or at the very least, one of the other, one of the other Watchmen.
All right, here's the part 2. Who do you think Will is? Do you think he is a Watchman? And if so, who do you guess he is? I will start this time. Still think he's Dr. Manhattan.
Could be.
He certainly could be. Because I wonder if he was the not failed experiment, but the experiment that made Dr. Manhattan, if that's what Jeremy Irons is leading to.
He could be. Because, like, I don't... Sure, he's been kind of teasing Angela, being said, maybe I'm Dr. Manhattan. He was like, no, I'm Will. But just the way he's like...
Okay, I'm not Dr. Manhattan.
He's also very detached from the question. It's not like he's like... It doesn't seem like he's wholly paying attention.
Yeah. And also, it doesn't feel like he's... He still feels like no matter every single word out of his mouth is some kind of deception. Yeah. None of it is actually the truth.
Yeah. I mean, the Dr. Manhattan thing could be a fact that he's not Dr. Manhattan, but he's still hiding that he's a Watchman.
Yeah.
Like, the question is who?
Yeah. To be honest, even in the next episode, if he went and being like, I am Dr. Manhattan, I actually would not believe it.
I mean, there's a lot of, like, mysteries to be solved here.
Absolutely.
We don't know. So it could be for all we know.
Oh, sure. Not discounting it at all. But...
Yeah. If it's not Dr. Manhattan, I want to say this isn't the real Will, but rather something that another android that Jeremy Irons made.
Okay.
As for why...
That would be fun.
I feel like there's a common ground here. It's Will Irons. Comes down to Jeremy Irons.
Because that actually would make sense. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine. Because, like, my idea was that the original Will died, or if he's Dr. Manhattan, he's not on the Earth, so he figured while he's being basically a couch potato, I'll miss my friend, and then he just made Will, and it's like, I don't want him anymore, and just dumped his ass in America.
I was going to say, with the fact that Will was in Germany, it kind of leads to the fact that he was overseas, and Jeremy Irons is in Scotland, so...
Yeah.
Somewhere in between those places they met.
Here's something I just thought of too.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. I think somehow Will and Jeremy Irons are going to be connected. But I think Dr. Manhattan on Mars is the fake.
Yeah.
I think that was a Jeremy Irons clone creation or something and just sent him to Mars. Because, I guess they hadn't seen Dr. Manhattan for a fuck long time. Mm-hmm. And then, oh my god, he's on Mars! And it's like, well...
And also, they're never close up on him, so...
And that, but it's just also like... just something with that seems off, especially now that we know about Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Dr. Manhattan on Mars is the fake, and Will is the actual Dr. Manhattan on Earth.
Mm-hmm. We're literally shooting stuff out of our ass right now.
Speaking of...
Do I even need to say it?
No. But you guys are assholes.
I feel like he should be the one next to the blue light, not me. That's what I'll say. On that note, I think we're going to bid y'all farewell.
Yeah, I'm sleepy. Good night.
Good night. Please like, subscribe, share this. And if you have any suggestions or theories, please comment below. We would honestly love to hear them.
All hail the glorious blue dick.